Greetings, YouTube. I am Jamila here to talk to you about Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 3. Listen, not coming on camera again this week. Y'all might see my mug next week, but let's just get straight into the recap. Let's start with the weddings, Jasmine and Aris. Oh, when Jasmine came down that aisle, she looked so beautiful, and I felt like he was impressed with the way she looked. I feel like he is physically attracted to her, but the chemistry just isn't there. Like during the wedding, he just looked uncomfortable. He just kind of looked like he didn't want to be there. He might have just been nervous because, child, he ain't never even been in a real relationship, and now he's getting married. So he might have been like, how does all this work? But when they were talking about her dogs, like afterwards, you could tell that the dog thing completely turned him off. Listen, I love dogs, but I don't know if I want four of them in a small space. And then she's breeding them right now. So one of her dogs just had a litter, so she's really got 13 at the house. That is a lot, especially if you are not a dog person. Also, when they were eating their food, he sounds like he's a pescatarian. She was like, "What? Their schedules are completely off." It just seems like it is not a match all the way around. When his boys asked him if she was a 1 to 10, 10 being Beyonce, he gave her an 8, not bad. And then when they asked if they were going to have sex, this see, I'm trying not to curse. You guys, I'm trying to get monetized again. I haven't been monetized in years because I haven't been putting out content consistently. But I'm trying to get, I'm trying to come back and get more consistent and get monetized. So I'm hoping that by eliminating my profanity for a while, that the algorithm will start liking me and I'll get more than like 60 damn views on my video. So I, I'm trying not to curse, but trust me, I have a curse word for Aris right now. This, you know what, had the audacity to say that Jasmine needs to get on her knees. It is giving Chris and Paige all over again, and I do not like it, especially because Jasmine is over there like divorce is not an option. Listen, when you get married at first sight on a freaking reality show, divorce is always an option. She comes from a Christian home. She says her father's a preacher and all of that. So, divorce is not what she wants to do. But, ma'am, on this show, please know that it is always an option. Amen. Amen. Dominique and McKinley. Dominique says she likes older men because she's mature. That's what the girl said. Her bridesmaid said as well, that she's mature. Dominique is giving every bit of 25-year-old. You know what? Last week I kept saying she was 26. I don't know why that was etched in my brain, but that baby is 25. You know what I think it is? I think she might date older men. Maybe there's some daddy issues there. I don't know. And I also think her mother has a hand in a lot of her dating. So I think her mom pushes her to older men because she knows that older men are, probably ready for commitment. They got a little coin in their pocket, all of that kind of stuff. So I think that's why she dates older men. That's just my opinion. I also think her mom asked Married at First Sight for a white man because Dominique's mama, Dominique is biracial. And then if you saw the man that was with her mother at the wedding, I'm assuming that's her husband. I think Dominique's mom is into white men. So she wanted her daughter to have white men. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with her being into white men. But when you start picking those things for your daughter, it's just a little weird, but whatever, child. Now, judging from the previews, we thought that Dominique and McKinley were not going to get along. I think that the producers are playing in our faces with these previews because what we saw at the wedding, it seemed like they got along just fine. It seemed like they were attracted to each other. What's the child's name? McKinley said he was a boob man, and Dominique had plenty of those. She thought he was attractive. And when they were talking to each other after the wedding, they were very cute. They seemed to gel pretty well. Now, I was worried when McKinley's mother walked in that wedding, saw all those black people, because her face was saying, "Oh my God, these people are black. What the hell?" But it might have been because she straight up says she is not with what is happening right now. She does not like her son getting married at first sight. So her face might have been saying that. But and you know what? I think in this circumstance, I think anybody would walk into the room and be like, "Oh, it's biracial," you know. So that's not a big deal. McKinley's mother, I loved her hair, loved her father, mother of the bride, mother of the groom dress. She looked very nice. Now, when Mac talked to Dominique's family, Dominique's mama said, "Is your family gonna have a problem because my daughter's biracial and we black?" We were like, "We know Dominique's mama." And then, McKinley's like, "No, my family is open. They're not gonna have a problem with that." She was like, "Is your grandmother gonna have a problem? Because you know them old white people." And why did that lady say, Dominique's mama, come here, let me talk to you for a second. Why did you have to compare that man to Jeffrey Dahmer? You did not have to do that. Chris and Nicole, I didn't have much in my notes, but the one thing she said that bothered me is she kept saying he was too nice and she doesn't know if she's going to be nice enough or something like that. Girl, what the hell are you even talking about? Listen, have you been on TikTok lately? The old women, the young girls, the teenagers, the black girls, the white girls, the Asian girls, everybody's complaining about the same thing, that these men are emotionally unavailable and they're not nice people. They are horrible people, right? Somebody gonna get mad at me for saying that. But I mean, a lot of the women are having these same complaints. So you get a nice guy, girl, you better cherish him. Now, the only time where too nice is an appropriate term is if you know you're being loved bombed. You know that can happen too. But I think Chris is just a nice guy. Girl, embrace it. The only concern I have for these two is they just seem so hot and heavy and just so into each other right now. And that could be a good thing, but I just feel like when people are just all over each other from day one, and it's just like it tends to end as quickly as it starts, and sometimes it becomes very explosive. So I hope that that's not going to be the case for the two of them. But child, Nicole's daddy, he is not. Listen, he why did he have to ask that man if he was a serial killer? He was like, "Are you a serial killer? Are you a con artist? I don't know. No, you cannot call me daddy at least for 8 weeks." Like, I know my daughter's all googly eyed over there, but I got my good eye on you, son. And then her friends asked her if they were going to do the nasty tonight. Yes, they are. They both said no, they're not, because they want to get to know each other and all of that kind of stuff. All that kissing and stuff y'all were doing in that hotel room, yeah, y'all did the nasty. Now, you're not going to tell us about it until probably about another 3, 4 weeks, or maybe on decision day, or maybe even after decision day, or maybe at the after party. Speaking of the after party, I kind of half watched the after party last week because I was falling asleep because Married at First Sight, people, why does this show have to be 2 damn hours long? And then I got to watch a after party. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the after party because one thing that I do love is Keisha Knight Pulliam. Shout out to Spellman, shout out to Rudy Huxtable. But I be tired, child. I'm old. So anyway, I must have been falling in and out of sleep of the after party last week. And I did not hear the part where Nicole said her friend popped a bottle of champagne in her direction and her makeup got all messed up and her dress smelled like champagne. I would have been pissed. But Nicole, she went through like a trooper. Your makeup still looked good, girl. I'm sorry that happened to you, but you got some memories. Clint and Gina. Y'all dragged Clint for that suit last week. Y'all dragged him. I was cracking up listening to Misha and My Opinions video. Shout out to Misha and My Opinion. Moving forward. Anyway, honey, Misha was not here for that suit. And, that definitely not my fave. But it was given like destination wedding, very casual. I just felt like it spoke to Clint's personality. And if I was getting married at first sight and he came down the aisle like that, I'd be like, okay, this is he's one of this a laid back, casual type dude. Trust me, if Gina knew him before the wedding, Gina would have had him together. Right? Y'all don't get offended when I say this, but come on, white people. You ever see white people go to church on Easter Sunday compared to us? They will have on some khaki pants and a polo shirt. But us, on the other hand, it's a whole different thing. So Clint was given white man going to church. When they were talking after the wedding, they seemed to have a lot in common. When Gina was talking about her business and all the things that she was doing with her business right now, she's getting a new building. Congratulations to Gina. Shout out to Slay Bay. Um, he seemed very disinterested. He said he wanted to get her to know her beyond the business. I get that, but at the same time, I just didn't like the way he was like totally disinterested in something that she felt passionate about. Gina's drunk bridesmaid. Shout out, one bridesmaid was already drunk when she did that speech. She was like, "Don't lie." I forgot how she said it. Don't cheat. Don't whatever. Don't drink. Whatever. I can't remember what she said, but it was a cute speech. But honey, she was good and tipsy. And when the rest of the drunk bridesmaids went to Clint, they asked him what makes him ready for marriage, and he was like, "When you're ready, you're ready." Um, and then they were asking if they were going to consummate the marriage, and Clint gonna say, "Homie, don't play that, sir. What in the 1997 is going on here?" Shout out to In Living Color and Homie the Clown. Last week I said I liked Clint and I liked Clint a lot, but like I said, I missed something that happened on the after party. He gave her dry sailing gloves for a freaking wedding gift. What is wrong with you, sir? I could see if the sailing gloves were like part of the gift, but basically it's saying this is my hobby and you're going to be into it. It so inconsiderate. Like he could have talked to the producers, talked to one of his female friends or whatever, like a necklace, a bracelet, some freaking sailing gloves, sir. Listen, it usually takes them about 3 or 4 weeks to disappoint me when I say that I like them. And I know I just said I like Clint last week, but he's already disappointed me. First of all, with the damn sailing gloves. Secondly, we see on the previews that he had the audacity to try to body shame that fine, voluptuous, sexy, beautiful ass Gina. Sir, looking how he looks in the face. Now, he told us his body count. I don't know how you got 60 something women to lay down with you, but let me tell you something. To get the opportunity to breathe the air that Gina breathes looking like you, sir, you are lucky. And I need you not to ever in your black ass life say anything about Gina or her looks, okay? Shaq and Kirsten. Kirsten, Shaq is growing on you, sis. I know you trying to fight it, but honey, he is growing on you. I loved when when they got the caprese salad and they both looked at it and was like, I don't want to eat that. And what's wrong with a caprese salad? Them things are good, girl. They put a little balsamic vinaigrette on the top and that mozzarella cheese, girl. Them things are good. Y'all could have passed them over to me. Anyway, neither one of them wanted to eat it. Asked about the kiss, let Shaq tell it. His wife is a virtuous woman. Okay. Kirsten, she did admit that she wasn't feeling the ball head, and that's why, she wasn't quite attracted to him at first. But then she said she wanted him to ask her. And if he would have asked her, she may have kissed him. Now, during the reception, they were trying to get them to kiss. They still didn't do it. And I don't blame him in this point because you ain't getting ready to force me to kiss no damn body until I'm ready. But something tells me that they are going to when they get to the hotel room, she's finally going to let him kiss her. We saw in the previews they were kissing each other with strawberries and whipped creams and things in their mouth. So I think the two of them are just fine. Um, I thought that they were going to kiss when they did the cake because it looked like he was going in for it, but it didn't quite happen. So, who knows? Now, listen, at the reception, when Shaq was dancing, doing the garter belt thing, it was just so awkward. Listen, can we retire the man going under the woman's dress and taking off her garter belt with his mouth? I mean, at one time back in the 90s, maybe that was cute and funny and it was like, whoa. But now it's kind of bordering on corny. Can we just retire that? Anyway, they look like they had a good time at their reception. Now his boys ask him, are you going to hit that tonight? No, he's not. Shit, he ain't even got to kiss her yet. Anyway, you guys, that's all I got for this week's episode. I'm gonna watch this after party, and if they say something worth talking about, then I may do another little mini video. Can you guys do me a favor and share my video with a friend? Tell your friend to subscribe to your friend, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.